things that used to go on in my head after or during and for a while after leaving Xenos, Dwell Community Church, the cult. I believe it's a cult. I was deeply in for a long time this cult in Columbus, Ohio, in the 90s, especially late 90s, early 2000s, and we got trained to see everybody outside of the cult as the lost, even if they were already in another Christian church. Like, at best they are lukewarm because they're not in Xenos, because they're know-it-alls. They only know they're God's gift to Christianity, and they've got books you can buy. Anyway, my brain was so programmed in there as a teenager to see everyone outside as needing recruited, and you would target people. So you would find these people in your classes, or at your job, or your neighbors, family, friends, any way you could. And like, so if I was at a job, I would see my friends and I would think, okay, how can I get them to Xenos? And I would think of pitches and talk about, hey, my church, I'm so happy, or whatever. We have this thing going on, how can... But I also would do the profiling that they would teach us, which is like, I would think, how can I get Susan to my church so I can get her in a cell group and get her to break up with her boyfriend and move into a ministry house? That's kind of like the ultimate goal. You're already planning all this. How can I get her to break up? Because her boyfriend's the problem. It's always, no matter what in Xenos, you could have the best boyfriend, you could be getting married, you could be high school sweethearts that were meant for each other, but once you take them to Xenos, they are going to be the reason you have all your problems that they're going to assign you. You're going to be like, you got all these problems, and they're your boyfriend's fault. And at best, they'll try to recruit him too and get him into a ministry house, and then keep them from ever being alone together ever again. Sorry, I didn't realize this beauty filter had this silly lip thing. So there's that. So I'm already planning the cookie cutter life for them, but I'm also going, I wonder if she's a flag or a male cleric. Okay? Seriously, did this to everyone. I assigned everybody a personality test from the male sanguine flag cleric, because it's this huge weird thing in Xenos. It's like a horoscope, kind of, and they kind of use it to like give you these tests and then be like, oh, here's all your problems. We couldn't find some the other way, but here's some. Now we have some because we had you do this test, and now we know what your weaknesses are. We got your problems ready and scheduled. Because if you've seen some of my other videos, they always find stuff to criticize about their members, always, for their whole lives there. It's a continuing process, always. So, and then I would think, what is her weakness? What is keeping her from God? Oh, is she a people pleaser? Or does she have problems in her home? Well, we can be the answer to that. If things aren't going well at home, obviously she just needs us, this family that'll love her way better, the right way, get her on the path, so we can get her to take all of Dennis's classes on Wednesdays and buy his books. And after she moves into a ministry house, and she has to do the teachings and stuff, or at house meetings, and then she has to disciple someone, and then she has someone discipling her, so those are meetings too. And then Thursdays she's got CT, and Fridays she's got cell group. Saturdays she's going to have to do some an outreach event, probably conversation and cuisine, or OSU football, cookout. Sunday will be the full-time high school ministry. And you'll be discipling kids there. And every Monday is home church, by the way, and Tuesday is probably your house meeting, since you got classes Wednesday. So anyway, Can I think of any more things I would look for in people? I would look for, like, if they have a lot of friends or if they're lonely. Honestly, I know that's horrible, but it seemed at the time like a loving thing, because they're so weird about numbers. It's like, as long as you're saving souls, it's almost like the the means justify the ends justify the means. Whatever. I'm bad at those things, but you get it, right? So, and Jesse had said that too, before, that exact one, that I'm bad at the, not puns, but even whatever they're called, acronyms. No, that whole area of things I don't do well. So what I'm getting at, though, is there's just so many weird things that it took me forever to just go to work, make friends, and be genuine and not see people as projects that I had all the answers for, and couldn't just, like, see them as the humans, the wonderful humans they are, that doesn't need this cookie cutter plan in their life is all the answer. And looking at their vulnerabilities, reporting them to the people at my church before they even met them, so that they'd know, okay, she doesn't have a lot of friends, we need to, like, make sure she feels like she gets a lot of friends, or just, it's a very manipulative group. Like, I can't believe I thought this shit was, like, godly, honestly. Anyway, I thought it'd be interesting to hear about that, and it really took years for me to stop seeing people as in these views, especially that temperament, the stupid temperament. Actually, maybe I'll leave the link below so you can get a free cult test. You'll see how they, like, kind of gear it towards autonomy being very, very bad, and then you're going to get the problem of autonomy. That's the one I got. All right, I hope this helps somebody.